Hi everyone, thank you so much for joining me today. Today I'm going to be going over the beginner's guide to purchasing a wig. All the wigs I'm wearing today I've purchased at wigstudio1.com, and I will leave them all linked down in the description box below. As many of you know, I am an admin for the Wig Studio One Wig and Topper Support Group on Facebook, and we have over 15,000 members. The same questions seem to arise just about every single day, a couple of times a week, and I thought, if we have over 15,000 members, if the same questions are coming up, that means that this is something that so many are looking at. These are questions that we're asking over and over again. So I'm going to do a few of these videos addressing different areas for beginners. Those of you that are new to wig, some things to consider. I am not a total expert, and I am not pretending to be. There are many different opinions on this. This is just mine, and hopefully something will kind of click for you and help you as you buy your first wig. And if you have any thoughts, if you are a seasoned wig wearer and you would like to leave your thoughts down in the comments, please do so, because that way we all learn from each other. There are 4 areas that I think should be included in the beginner's wig buyer's guide. And one of them is lifestyle, the second one is fibers, the third one is cap construction, and the last one is the length of the wig. Let's go through them, because I don't want this video to be exceptionally long, and I will leave timestamps down in the description box in case you want to skip around. The first thing is the lifestyle. What is our lifestyle? Do we go to the gym every day? Are we a professional? Are you like me and retired, and you have lots of time to spend on the wig and style it? Or are you a mom? Are you working from home? Do you have small children? These are questions that will impact the type of a wig that you may want to get. If we are retired, we can spend perhaps more time on styling or maintaining our wigs than if we have small children, or we are professional working outside the home, then coming home and work and having small children, making dinner, getting the house ready. We may not have as much time to spend on the care of the wig. And that is something that I think is so important for us to keep in mind. How busy you are with career or with parenting will affect how much time you have on maintaining your wig and the available time that you have to spend on your wig. So that is the first one. My number 2 is fibers, and fibers is directly related to your lifestyle. We have 3 types of fibers. 2 I'm going to really focus on, and 1 not so much, because I don't have human hair wigs, but I think that we need to look at it as well. There are 3 types of fibers, and all 3 have their pros and cons. Our traditional synthetic, our heat-friendly synthetics, and our human hair. In the pros column of traditional synthetic, we have minimal maintenance. We have a less investment than we do on human hair. The style is permanent, and the color is permanent. Then on the con side, if you will, on the negative side, they can tangle easily. They might feel warmer than the human hair, and they cannot be heat styled. Also, the color cannot be altered. Next on the list, we have our heat-resistant synthetic. On these, we have a natural texture, those soft and wispy fibers. We have less of an investment than on human hair, and we have multiple styling options because we can straighten them. We could use a flat iron, we could use a curling iron, and the color is permanent. That color will not fade. On the con side, a heat-friendly fiber can tangle easily. It can feel warmer than a human hair. It needs more maintenance than a synthetic, and the color cannot be altered. And as I said, I am going to touch just a bit on the human hair pieces, and these are the ones that look and feel the most natural. These have fibers that last the longest. You have unlimited styling options. They're cooler than synthetics, and the color can be customized. You can take a blonde human hair and you can add highlights, or maybe you have a darker one, and it can be cut, it could be flat ironed, it could be styled many different ways. On the con side, we have human hair wigs are a much bigger investment. They require specific care products, and they react to the environment. And what I mean by reacting to the environment is that, for example, I live in Florida 6 months out of the year. If I wear a human hair wig in Florida, it is going to frizz, unlike my synthetic wigs. Next is cap construction in my beginner's guide to purchasing a wig. It is important to understand how different the cap constructions are and how they affect the styles. Ask yourself what features are ideal for you in a wig. Are you looking for something very realistic? Do you like to wear your hair off your face? Do you prefer bangs? Do you like to change your part? Sometimes wear it to the left, wear it to the right. Maybe you like to wear it in the middle. Maybe you prefer to wear a right-hand side part and not all the wigs. Actually, most of the wigs, I have yet to come across a wig that has a right side part. Most of them, or all of them that I've seen, have a left side part. So that will be a factor to consider how you like to part your wig. If you feel fine wearing your wig in the same way every day, that's something to take a look at. If a part is not something that is an important factor to you, that is something to consider as well. Are you looking for more volume? Are you looking for it to look more natural and for it to give the illusion of scalp? That is something that we need to consider. All of these features are directly related to the cap construction. Let's take a look at the different caps, and that way it may be easier to be able to understand. I'm going to start out with what I'm wearing right now. This is Angelique by John Renault, and Angelique has a basic cap. I'm going to, here in my hand, I have Alva by Norrico. So we're going to take a look at the cap of what a basic cap is. We don't have a lace front. It's all closed, and usually a basic cap will have more permatease that poof. The little hairs that kind of stick out and give the lift, they also obscure the wefting in the wig. We don't have any part anywhere, and this is what a wefted cap looks like. Here are the ear tabs, and Angelique is just like what I'm showing you right now. If you wear bangs, it doesn't matter to you how the wig is parted, you don't mind having a little bit of lift, this will be your most affordable and the way to go for you. There's no reason to spend the extra for a lace front and a mono top, or even a partial part on either side, because these are basic. These are your shake and go. Both of these are just traditional synthetics. I wash them and I hang them, and they're always going to look exactly the same. It's never going to vary. I cannot use a hot tool on them. I can't use a flat iron, and I can't use a curling iron. However, I can use steam if I wanted to. And I could use a hot air tool as long as I make sure that it doesn't have a metal barrel. And there is some of the permatease. You might not be able to see it because my Alva has a root. And here I'm wearing Alva. And as you can see, we have a little bit more lift here, and that's because of the permatease. We have bangs. However, as you can see, Alba cannot be worn outside the face. If you prefer to wear your hair off your face, then a basic cap may not be something for you to consider. You could move it around, you could move it over a little bit, but you can't tie it up and wear it off your face. Next on the list, we have a left mono part. Just a little bit of permatease there, not by much, and you could feel it. So that means that there's a little bit of a lift here. Our ear tabs, our wefted cap, and our nape. This is the cap that I was just showing you. This is Miranda by Jon Renau. And Miranda, as you saw, has that left part. So if you look at it closely, you can see that it gives you the illusion of scalp. If I want to wear it off my face, I can do that because of the lace front. There's minimal permatease in Miranda, and this is a great option if you just like to wear that left part, you want it off your face. It will, as far as affordability, it'll be a little bit more than your basic cap, but it's not going to be as much as the next one that we're going to be looking at. This cap that I'm going to show you now is really for those that like to change the style. You like to sometimes wear it off your face. You don't like bangs. You want to wear it sometimes to your left, sometimes to your right. It's for those that like to wear always a right part, and because they're so limited, and I think it has to do with the way the sewing machines are set up, and that's the reason why. So if that describes you, then what you want is a full mono top, and that will give you the illusion of scalp regardless of where you're parting it. And there's the lace front, ear tabs, nape. This is Regal by Henry Margaux, and it's going to run a little bit more as far as affordability, more than Miranda, because of this full monofilament top. And here is Regal by Henry Margaux, and I've got flyaways on my face. Now I want to show you what I mean by providing that illusion of scalp. We can part it anywhere we want, and we're still going to have that illusion of scalp there. If we want to wear the hair off our face, we can do that with a full monofilament top. We can really style it anywhere, any way we want, and it's just going to look absolutely beautifully, but the price is going to go up a little bit here. Next in line, we have this is the one with the highest price point of all the caps, and these are the hand-tied caps. We don't have the wefts as we do in the others. Usually your hand-tied caps will also feature a full monofilament top, a temple-to-temple lace front, of course your ear tabs, and your nape. The nice thing about your hand-tied caps is that they contour to your head. They are extremely comfortable, and they're especially beneficial for those that are experiencing hair loss or those that have extra sensitive scalp, because these hand-tied caps are very soft. Most of them are, and this is a Jon Renau that I'm showing you. And it's very, very soft. There's no permatease. You're not going to have that poof here. You're not going to have an extraordinary amount of hair. It's going to be probably your most natural looking in the synthetic wigs. And this is Cameron by Jon Renau. And as you can see, very, very, very natural looking. Again, just like Regal, we can part it anywhere we want. And we always have that illusion of scalp. And if the fibers separate, we're not going to have any problem, anything showing. It just looks very natural. The last factor that I want to touch upon is the length. And that is something that we need to take into consideration, because longer wigs in the synthetics may tend to tangle a little bit more, depending if they are heat-friendly fibers or if they are straight synthetic. And I'll go over their care specifically in a future video. But it's something to keep in mind. If you have a very active lifestyle, you may want to consider something a little bit shorter. If you're fine with putting up a ponytail, maybe you want something that, maybe you want a wig that you want to have in an updo, or you want to wear it in a braid or a ponytail, then maybe a longer one will do for you. These are just some of the things to keep in mind when going on that website and thinking, okay, what is it that I need? What will be the best for me? And the last thing that's not really one of the factors, but I really like to mention here, if it is your first wig, my suggestion is always to stay as close to your bio hair as you can. Because if you go from one extreme to another, you may not be comfortable with it. If I would have, 3 years ago when I started wearing wigs, if I would have started with this, I wouldn't have been able to wear it. Or my Alva or Miranda, those blonde wigs, I could never have worn something like that because I'm a brunette. I've done this little by little as time has gone on. And it's something to really take a look at. Is this style close to something that you wear? Do you want to just not let anyone know that you're wearing a wig? So you may want to keep that style and that color pretty consistent until you get used to and find which cap you like the best, which length you care for the best. Maybe you want to go a little bit longer, a little bit shorter, and maybe you'll just say, you know what, I just want to wear a different color every day, a different style. It's all up to you. Let's have fun with it. Let me know what you think. If you have any questions, please leave them down below. I hope this video was helpful and informative, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye.